I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this video without my hat on. What am I kidding? I love wearing my hat. Okay, so heads, I wear the hat because that makes sense. You know, heads wearing the hat. Tails, I say goodbye to the hat. Let's see. Oh, it landed heads. It landed heads. I get to wear this hat for this video. Thank you guys for watching an episode of the Logan Tyler Nelson Show. In this video, I am going to let you know how I nailed down my true why. I have to give credit where credit is due. Recently, I read a book called My Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. In this book, she gives 12 steps to nailing down your happiness. And one of the steps that she talks about is list 5 things that made time fly when you were a kid. When I was a kid, I would totally pretend that I was sick as hell and then not go to school just so I could stay home and watch Simpsons and eat fluff. Oh my god. I wish I still had fluff in my life. Oh, it's so good. Have you ever seen fluff? Have you ever eaten fluff? Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I recommend not touching it if you haven't had it before, because straight up you will become super addicted to fluff. I'm just letting you know. It is so addicting. More addicting than anything else that you've had in the world. So I'd stay home and I would eat jars and jars of fluff and watch The Simpsons. Oh my god, I love The Simpsons. Oh, I love when Marge is like, "Oh, homie, oh, homie." I can't do a good Marge impression, I just realized. Maybe if I worked on it. Let me think about it. Oh, that's how she does it. Oh, oh, homie. That's the only Marge impression I'll do the entire video, I promise. So I thought, can I be a professional stay home sick kind of guy and eat fluff? The answer is no. Why? Because, well, I'd be a zillion pounds and I really like working out, but I don't like spending my entire life at the gym. The next thing that I really like to do was, well, stay home and see how many times I could masturbate. Okay, I know it's a little open, but seriously, we all do it. We all do it. We all poop. We all masturbate, so I'm just being open with you. I mean, think about it. The first time that you discovered masturbating, did you not want to do it over and over and over and over again? Yeah, so the first time I discovered masturbating, I think I tried it at least 15 times. Yeah, I think you can guess the outcome of what happened. My dick looked like this. I'm totally kidding. I'm not going to show you a dick pic, because I would get thrown off YouTube and I would probably lose a lot of respect for my own self. Can I be a professional masturbator? The answer is no. No one's going to pay me to become a professional masturbator. As much as I want that to be available, you just can't. The closest thing that I've come up with being a professional masturbator would, be donating sperm. But I just found out that you need a bachelor's degree, so I'm still waiting on that. Maybe if I have a bachelor's degree, maybe I'll consider about donating my sperm, but I don't really want to donate my sperm, because why? I don't really want a bunch of me's running around that I don't even know. I'm kind of into being a father, and one day I really want to have a devoted son that I can teach things to. Not just a bunch of me's that I have no idea who they are. That'd just kind of be scary and hard to sleep with. So the third thing I really liked to do when I was a 10-year-old was I loved ding-dong ditching. I don't know why I had this weird obsession with ding-dong ditching. It's just, I did. I guess it was kind of like being the puppeteer. And I had the ability to run up to their doorbell, ring their doorbell, run away from their doorbell, hide behind the bushes, and then when they opened the door, I could see exactly what kind of face they made and how mad they were for opening the door for nobody. I mean, yes, I guess bringing chaos to the world is kind of fun every now and then. But then I thought, can I become a professional ding-dong ditcher? No. Alright, and the next thing I really loved to do as a child, which was, I loved telling people that I was sponsored. So if you're a snowboarder, when you were growing up, the coolest thing to be was to be sponsored. If you were sponsored by Oakley or Burton or anybody that was anybody, you would be considered a huge deal. When you got sponsored, you got free snowboards, you got free gear, you got free goggles, you got free stuff, all this free stuff. And for some reason, these girls that were, hanging around the snowboard park, well, they thought if you were sponsored, you were as cool as Brad Pitt. Or maybe not Brad Pitt, but you were as cool as the bee's knees. If bees did have knees, you would be as cool as them. So anyways, so I would have these girls come up to me and ask me if I was sponsored, and I always had all this Oakley gear, and I had all this Burton gear, and I would, tell little white lies like, yeah, I'm sponsored. And I was certainly good enough to be sponsored, but I wasn't sponsored then. I wasn't sponsored as a 10-year-old. But at 10 years old, I wanted to be really popular, and I wanted girls to like me, and so, yeah, I would tell white lies like I was sponsored. But after I fell like multiple times, I mean, I'm talking like hardcore falling, I blew my snowboard career away, and I realized that's not my dream. I can't become a snowboarder with a bummed up knee, well, and a bummed up shoulder, and a bummed up elbow, and a lot of bummed up stuff. I just kept hurting myself over and over and over again. Whoa, yeah, I did that to myself snowboarding. It was not fun. So after realizing that I wasn't going to become a professional snowboarder, I then asked myself, what is one more thing that I love doing as a 10-year-old? I'm going to become a professional movie watcher, right? No, not so much, because there isn't a career in professional movie watching. I'm looking back on it and it's driving me nuts that I cannot decide on what truly is going to make me happy and what's going to allow me to realize why I'm here as a person. And I thought about it a lot, and I've realized that all these things include storytelling. I want to be a professional liar. That's what I want to do for a living. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved pretending that I was really sick, just so I could stay home and watch The Simpsons and eat fluff. Or pretend I was sick so I could stay home and, yank the chain, whack the willy. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. And then the next thing I would do was I would ding-dong ditch. I mean, ding-dong ditching isn't exactly lying, but it's kind of like lying because it's a form of deception. I mean, I'm running up, and then I'm hitting the doorbell, and then I'm running away, pretending like I was there, but I'm not really there anymore, so they open the door, and they go, oh, goddamn kids. So it's like, that's another form of deception. And the next thing I like doing was telling all the girls that I was sponsored by Burton and Oakley. Because why? Well, that's the way I could get the ladies. Well, that's the way that I thought I could get ladies. Anyways, I had fun doing it. And the next thing I liked to do was pretending that I was one of those movie characters after I saw a movie. I mean, that was the best. To come home and pretend I was Tarzan or Neo from the Matrix. So, with this all in mind, I think writing out your childhood happiness journal, so to speak, is valuable. To list out all those things that made time fly for you, or things that you would go above and beyond just to accomplish as a 10-year-old. will allow you to really figure out what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy doing as a professional. Mine is to be an actor. So just start today. Start right after you watch this video. Write down the 5 things that you did as a 10-year-old that made you feel happy. And I promise you'll find out your why, and you won't be reading endless books over and over and over trying to find out what you're truly built for. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please connect with me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And never, ever forget that you are enough. Wearing the hat was a swell idea. Although, I could do the reverse alfalfa.